Welcome back for the latest edition of NC Sports Weekly News with the very best from the wide world of water sports. Coming up, a massive crowd of over 50,000 stands in awe as Gary Hunt pushes the sport to a whole new level at the Cliff Diving World Series in Italy's Polignano. Dodging growlers and icebergs in the fog, Guo Chuan and the Qingdao Crew cross the Bering Strait to complete the first ever Northeast Passage sailing record. Tragedy strikes off the coast of Portugal with a critical injury on board IchorCoal. Andrew Ashman becomes the first ever fatality at the Clip Around the World race. Knut Frostad steps down as Volvo Ocean Race CEO. Question is, who will live up to his legacy? Monaco Classic Week was the talk of the town on the Riviera as nautical heritage mingled with plain old dockside fun. Gun blast this Saturday in France's Douarnenez for the start of the Mini Transat 2015. Nautical Channel is already on location. NC Sports, plunge into the action.
The Cliff Diving World Series was back in the Italian town of Polignano a Mare for the 7th stop of the season and the penultimate stop for the men's series, while the top ladies took to the cliffs here in the Adriatic Sea for the 3rd and final event of the Women's Championship. The display of dives took place in front of an enthusiastic crowd of 55,000. The UK's Gary Hunt sure gave them a show, pulling off 10s in Sunday's 3 rounds of competition, and secured victory by finishing flawlessly with a running takeoff for an overall personal best of 548.20 points.
I think ever since I hurt myself doing a running takeoff dive here 5 years ago, there's been something in the back of my mind saying, like, you've got to do that again, make up for what you made a mistake on, and so it definitely feels like an accomplishment to finally have done a running takeoff and to finish on such a high note.
Not far behind was Colombia's Orlando Duque in second, closely followed by Jonathan Paredes from Mexico, just 2.45 points behind. 2014 champ Rochelle Simpson of the USA defended her overall season leadership by nailing a second victory in 3 competitions to be crowned 2015 Women's Champion. In 2 weeks, the men's diving elite will travel to Spain's Bilbao for the final. With 6 event wins out of 7, Hunt already has this Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series in the bag. But the rankings battle will get tougher as only the season's top 6 cliff divers will secure a spot for 2016.
Starting in Russia's Murmansk and covering the nearly 2,800 nautical miles of the legendary Northeast Passage in just over 12 days, skipper Guo Chuan and his international crew on Maxi, Trimaran, Qingdao have crossed the finish line on the Bering Strait on Wednesday. The new time set is now pending official ratification by the World Speed Sailing Record Council. Locked in ice for millennia and now reopened with global warming, the seas between the coasts of Siberia and the North Pole offered extremely light wind conditions for Qingdao. At the high speeds that Qingdao is actually capable of, this could have been a terrifying cruise. After his successful 2013 around-the-world record, China's ambassador for peace and sport now adds another important result in his ocean-faring career. This ultimately was relatively easy cruising for Guo, together with Frenchmen Johan Krauth and Quentin Monager, Germans Boris Herrmann and Tim Bastian Frank, and Sergei Nizovtsev from Russia. With the official time now set, more attempts on the Northeast Passage will certainly follow.
Game over.
Tragedy struck off the coast of Portugal last week at the Clip Around the World race as the fleet was beginning its Atlantic crossing to Brazil's Itajá. According to official statements, the incident occurred 120 nautical miles off the Iberian Peninsula in moderate seas with around 21 to 27 knots of wind. Anticipating tougher conditions, skipper Darren Ladd on board IchorCoal duly ordered a reefing of the mainsail. Reportedly, it is during this maneuver that Andrew Ashman was hit in the head by either the sail or the boom. In spite of all the crew's efforts, including the remote assistance of the Clipper Race Medical Center and the telemedicine support services, he never regained consciousness. With a standard investigation now underway, Team IchorCoal first took 48 hours to reflect in Porto and then ultimately reached the decision to get back in the race.
We've done a lot of talking and spent a lot of time going over what happened and trying to come to terms with that and to deal with it. And I think we all slowly came to the conclusion that despite what happened, we had to carry on. It would have kind of almost been a waste.
You know, he would have wanted us to carry on, basically. So why not? You know, he's always going to be with us. So the group's been amazing, and it was a group decision. So.
A competent, highly experienced sailor and paramedic, the 49-year-old Briton from Orpington in Kent was single and is the first ever fatality in the 2 decades of the Clipper race history. A sailing classic with over 3,300 crew members taking on the challenge across 10 editions. Deeply saddened, race director Justin Taylor and Clipper Ventures Sir Robin Knox Johnston were quickly on the scene to assist with the somber tasks.
We've decided to name this one the Andy Ashman Memorial Plate trophy for the fastest boat on this leg, and that we'll continue to do in future races. That isn't just for this race, we're setting it up for this race, but in future that will be known. This particular ocean sprint on the first leg will be called the Andy Ashman Memorial Plate.
Knut Frostad, the CEO of the Volvo Ocean Race, has declared that he will leave his post at the end of 2015. The Swedish executive and former sailor has been at the helm for the past 8 years and 3 editions, during which he has taken the event to unprecedented heights. Previously, he had also taken part in the legendary race 4 times, of which twice as a skipper. This past 2014-2015 VOR, with identical one-design boats on the water for the first time ever, was a huge success, setting new parameters for the sport in terms of professionalism, global reach, and image returns. It even overshadowed America's Cup results. Citing personal reasons and his wish to reclaim the lost time with his family, Frostad leaves a huge legacy and a vacuum that will be tough to fill.
The Yacht Club de Monaco welcomed 115 sailing yachts, motor yachts, powerboats, rivas, and classic rowing skiffs to the 12th Monaco Classic Week. Taking place on odd years, this special event unites sailors and celebrities from different disciplines, bringing together speed fans to defenders of the nautical heritage alike. Penned by legendary designers like Olin Stevens, vessels themselves varied greatly in age, with launch dates ranging from 1885 to 1975. Allegra Gucci Yacht Club de Monaco Vice President Pierre Casiraghi, and Princess Beatrice de Orleans were just a few of the VIP involved in the weekend bash, where a stroll down the quay became a leap through yachting's memory lane. Catherine Chabot, the first woman to complete the Vendée Globe solo non-stop round-the-world race, was honored with the coveted Personnalité de la Mer 2015 award. The big winner of the week was Yacht Morwena, with the crew taking home both the Monaco Classic Week 2015 trophy and the Belle Class Restoration Prize. Other victors included Mariska, Olympian, Manatau, Styron, Barabba, and Elena of London.
The port of Douarnenez is bristling with expectation as the 72 skippers of the 2015 Mini Transat are readying up for Saturday's gun blast and the start of Leg 1 to Lanzarote. The fleet will be tackling the first 1,257 nautical miles and is expected to arrive in the Canary Islands at the end of September. Many champions have risen from the Mini. With high-tech power yachts just under 22 feet long, the Open Mini 650 is among the toughest offshore classes around and is considered an entry-level circuit to the big leagues on ocean racers like the Volvo or the Vendée Globe, among others. The start of Leg 2 is scheduled for October 31st, for another 2,764 nautical miles of sailing westward into the trade winds, towards the Pointe-au-Pitre finish line on the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe. Nautical Channel is a proud media partner of this Mini Transat Ile de Guadeloupe 2015 and will be closely following the race throughout its programming. So join the current for the upcoming editions of Carnet de Bord, starting October the 2nd, with complete and in-depth coverage right from the start line. Plus, stay tuned for breaking news and leaderboard updates on NC Sports. Join the current on Nautical Channel and get the full splash from the spectacular Italian stopover of the Cliff Diving World Series with complete interviews and all the breathtaking highlights. It's all right here, coming up next on Top Story. Plunge into the action with NC Sports.